We spent 6 days around the U.S. meeting 3 of the most influential speakers, authors, influencers in the world. How crazy was that week?
Like, I know we did it. Luckily, you were there and you had a camera, so we have proof. But there was a part of me when we were flying back, and I was so flabbergasted in just absolute awe. Like, dude, awe. Like, how did that just happen in 6 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, they know I'm the one that set the trends, dog. Tell them tenfold, I'm gonna change the tempo, okay? Tell them I can't play it safe, got more wins on the way. Gotta show them how to do it, man, my team making plays,
We started the morning, first morning we land, 7:30 a.m. We do an interview with John Maxwell.
So crazy.
How important is reach and reputation?
What I underestimated for so long was there's who you know, and then there's a who knows you. Understanding now that that can be amplified and put on steroids, and everything that you possibly could have a vision for your life sits on the other side of reach and reputation. Things like interviewing John Maxwell for your YouTube channel.
As it pertains specifically to, a lot of people know me as, the Buy Back Your Time guy and productivity. Who is Linda to the world?
Well, Linda's with us today.
Yeah.
You know Linda. She's my executive assistant. And I think she's been with me for 37 years. My gosh, we were young, and she was very good at details. And I just said, Linda, can you help me? And she came alongside and helped me. I didn't even know how to call her an executive assistant back then. It was just, back there it was kind of secretary. Can you just do some busy work for me? And very quickly I realized that activity is not necessarily accomplishment. But prioritizing what you do, now you're going to start making some progress. And she allowed me to do 3 or 4 things that I did exceptionally well, of which was giving the return. It was giving us the return. Anybody that's really good, you give them the ball and they run with it and score a touchdown. So, well, let me give it to you again. And it's kind of like, how much can I give her? I mean, Linda, can you go speak for me? If you can go speak for me, then she's called timeout. I'm not going to go do that for you. My workload, as far as anything that was busy, was freed up immediately. And within 1 year with her, I was just doing the things that I need to be doing that's going to give the return for myself or for my team that we need. And I looked at her and I thought, you're my most valuable player. And there will be nobody more valuable than you.
So good. John,
Thanks, Dan.
thank you for being here.
Thanks, man. Great to be
Appreciate
with you.
it.
Blessings.
That's amazing.
It's great. That's a wrap.
Isn't he a great interviewer?
How has John's approach to leadership changed how you lead?
Watching him with his team, that's so crazy. Like, he's built this beautiful team of people that want to see him win. And each one of them pulls things off of his plate so he can be John all the time. To watch John move through the world and always be available for the people that need his attention or some words of wisdom. And I mean, what a role model for me. Not only to interview him, he'd mentor me and he'd invite me to speak on his stage. That's bananas. And it took 15 years.
Consistency.
Oh, consistency is the foundation of winning.
Okay, so I'm just gonna powder you up, probably just kind of take a little bit of your dark circles away and whatnot.
My mission is to help you build a business that you don't grow to hate. Because unfortunately, in entrepreneur land, we get carried away and we say yes to a lot of things, and then we get overwhelmed, and then we shut it down, and then we start something new, and we do it to ourselves again, and then we break it, and it's this cycle. So I want to teach you these strategies that nobody talks about that's going to help you build a business that you don't grow to hate. That's my mission in life. Anybody get an email for an opportunity to potentially double your business, and you get that email and you open it up and you read it and your heart kind of skips a beat, and then you mark it as unread, maybe you star it and you'll get to it tomorrow, and then you open it up because you see it there, and then you're like, ooh, not yet, because you're thinking of what that would mean to your calendar if you said yes. I had a client do that to me once. I had an opportunity that would transform his business, and when I messaged him, no reply, no reply, no reply. It was 14 days later, 2 weeks. He finally hit reply. Dan, I'd love to chat about that. My response to him, I'd love to as well. Unfortunately, I found another vendor. Most people are scared, not of failure, but scared of success. I want to leave you with this. Your biggest expense is not doing the thing that makes you the most money. When people are like, how much does that cost? How much is it? No. The biggest expense is not doing the thing that makes you the most money.
You crushed it.
I got some people that want to meet you. This is my wife Renee. You guys hung out in Moncton.
Now we're buddies.
Well, we got Matt's my business partner. Yeah. So Mia is the executive assistant to the CEO of one of my companies. So she's incredible.
Yeah. Keep this really short,
Yeah.
but 12 years ago, I was like in a really, really bad place. And a mentor spoke life into me and handed me one of your books, and it changed the trajectory of my life. So I'm just really, really grateful. Like, yeah.
That's why I do what I do.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's why I do what I do.
I just wanted to thank you, and I just want you to know I take those principles and I try to invest them into other people.
And so when I hear testimonies, like, well, all these testimonies are, I didn't know you, but you found the book, and now look where you are, and the principles.
Yeah, your legacy gets to live to us, and so I'm really grateful.
My legacy,
So awesome.
you're the legs to my legacy. So,
Yeah.
hey, get walking, girl. Get walking.
Appreciate you.
First thing we do is go talk to the youth at the detention
Yeah,
centers.
that was crazy.
You never been to jail before? Oh, welcome. You're gonna feel sad.
Let go.
I think it went great. Yeah, it's always tough. It's tough, like even being in the room. I got a little emotional before I went up. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful I got out of it. I mean, unfortunately, that's not always the case.
Why go speak to those dudes?
I have a few beliefs about giving back. One of them is that you're best equipped to help people you once were. I mean, I just think that if you have the opportunity to get out of your situation, you should help other people get out of theirs. You take a kid and you actually have fun and have a conversation with them and talk about potential and future, they're actually great. It really bugs me when people are like, oh, they're the worst of the worst. It's like, no, they just made some bad decisions. Guarantee, adult person, you made bad decisions too.
Yeah.
And if I held you accountable to every bad decision you ever made that most people don't know about, you'd probably find yourself in jail. Like that stuff really happens.
It happens. Yeah. A little bit of grace for the kids.
A lot of grace.
To the yacht, speaking at Eric Spofford's mastermind. So
Your calendar allows for creating unique experiences.
That's the coolest thing about building, a social media presence is like, I've never met Eric and I had the opportunity. He saw I was coming to Miami. He's like, hey, could you stop by? I've got this thing going on. And I'm like, I love talking to entrepreneurs, of course. So we went out and spent the afternoon on his yacht in the sunshine in Miami. Wow, awesome.
For me, I look at it as like, how can I enable my team to develop? So I hire coaches for my team. I tell them all the time, if you guys think we're gonna win based on what I know and you guys know, with the shit we're trying to do ain't gonna happen. So it's gonna require me and you and everybody else in this room to go outside to learn. So what do you need to learn? What's the book? Who's the mentor? Where do you gotta go?
That group was more advanced in their business kind of journey. I focused on the talent side because I learned a long time ago, if you think about it, the difference between a billionaire and a millionaire is millionaires build systems. Billionaires build people.
How'd I like it? It was fun. Got to be my first time doing an event on the boat. Yeah, super chill, super fun. Eric's good. I mean, I knew I'd like him because I've been following him forever. You can just tell he's got a big heart.
And then you had so many conversations with people, podcasts. Why is it so important for you to go add value on other people's platforms?
This is how I look at the world. I have an audience of people that I've built and they discover me because I put out content. And that's awesome and I love them and new people come every day. But I also realize there's these other places where folks that I would love to serve that I can add a lot of value to, they already have a relationship with somebody. And if I have the opportunity to go on their platform, speak at their mastermind, go on their podcast, then I have an opportunity to help a lot more people at once.
Because I think the book, what blew me off my seat a little bit when the book came out was the amount of people, founders that were buying it for their teams. So a lot of people think it's an entrepreneurial book, but it's not. It's a leadership book, and you're leading yourself first and foremost. So you'll never get a penny more than you think you deserve. And it starts with valuing your time. I think the home's a great one. I mean, anybody that doesn't have, if you have a business and you don't have somebody helping you out at home, cleaning, maybe some meal prep, definitely laundry, all that stuff, low cost, high leverage of time. Then we go into the business world. And for me, I just look at my calendar. See, most people make the mistake of hiring somebody to do the work. So if they're a logo designer, they hire a logo designer. If they're a programmer, they write it. Or if they're a painter, they hire a painter.
Well, the thing they're great at instead of all the rubbish stuff.
Yeah, and then they end up doing the thing like painting and also doing all the rubbish stuff. And then they build a business they grow to hate. Because I think the admin is the first role. You know, get somebody in there to really understand how to free up your time. Yep. And once you find the right person, as you know, it's magical. I mean, the leverage and the opportunity and the headspace, the energy is just super fun.
Good.
That's a wrap. Go check out the book and download this and take advantage of that free download. I'm excited to dig into that myself, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care and keep living the red life.
And cut.
Dude, so good. Man, that was the most action-packed 20 minutes. You got the most out of me from the book. That was great. Cool.
All right, guys.
All right. Thanks again, Rudy.
Yeah, thank you. All right, guys.
Nice meeting you, Jesse. Later.
Then finally, we go to Tony Robbins' event.
Yeah.
Biggest business influencer in the space. This was the second time you spoke on a stage. Yeah. What was different about this experience?
Well, this time was in person. The previous one was in his virtual studio, which is crazy because it was like 40-foot walls of TVs and like the whole team was there. This one was that plus, 3,000-4,000 people in the room. Head into the convention center for Tony Robbins Business Mastery. And I'm doing a whole talk about buying back your time, leveraging AI. I don't talk about this stuff other than this event. This is the only event that I share at this level. It is the most fascinating environment to speak in. They're so hungry. I've never seen anything like it. I feel like if I said rush the stage and come home with me, they'd be like, all right, let's go.
Listen, appreciate it.
Hey, thanks so much, Scott.
You're so
always fun.
And
I appreciate
just handing
it.
them some your on the Thanks. Is there a group out there?
No, not anymore. That's why I'm came. There was waiting for you.
What?
Yes.
I mean, the biggest thing for me was how many of my fans were in the audience.
Yeah.
Like that really threw me off. They were screaming, buy back your time. They had copies of the book. They're holding it up. And I guess there was like a lineup of people. The security team had to break it apart because they were standing there waiting for me to come out.
Yeah.
And I still got, some of them hid behind the wall. And then as soon as I came out, they kind of rushed out. I thought that was so cool.
I'm Dan. What's your name?
You are amazing, Yvette.
What's your name? Yvette?
Yeah, we wonder if we can take a quick picture.
Yeah, for sure. Hey.
You came to prison with us with Jason Gaynor back in the day.
Oh man, it's good to see you.
Thank you for standing up there and sharing your story about incarceration. I've been 18 years in prison, so hearing you share that and seeing where you are
Now,
today.
were you with us or you were in prison?
I was in prison. Yeah.
I told you guys. Yeah. I literally told them about the steps of the line and that whole process.
I'm the executive director now. Yeah. So watching you get up there and share your story of being incarcerated and you overcame it, it's very inspiring to see you there. So thank you for using your life and experience to change life.
Congrats. This is what a cool full circle. And can you find Rich? That's crazy. I'm not even joking, dude. I just turned to Ann and I said, can you find Rich? And you're
Nice to meet you.
Hey, that's Sam. HP.
Rich is my designer, and he designed my Vivid Vision and integrated me speaking on that stage. He was in the room when it happened. He's like, someday you're gonna be on this stage. And he drew it out. He put me on a Tony Robbins stage.
How long ago?
6 years ago. And so like when I was going to speak at that event, I called out right away. I said, do you want to come see it happen live? And he's like, dude, it would be an honor. And so like having him there, that was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for you to have you in my life.
What are you talking about? You can say that, but you feed me that logo, the design, the cheerleading, the pushing me. Dude, you said this. You said this before I ever said this.
That's right. I saw it.
I was like, you're crazy. I need to surround myself with crazy people.
What do you hope entrepreneurs take away from this video?
I will say this until I can't breathe anymore, like till my last breath. If you believe, if you can see it, and you can have moments where you believe it, and you can hold that belief a lot of the time, it's just that simple. And the people that make things happen are willing to suspend disbelief for a long period of time when there's no evidence. That's all it is. There's no evidence in my life 7 years ago that I would ever get an opportunity to speak on Tony Robbins' stage, let alone be in a position to be mentored by John Maxwell. Again, going back a decade ago, and then if they can have a clarity around belief, like what they want, and hold that belief, anything is possible.